You want this? This always comes to Carrie. I have no idea. I always give it to Carrie.
Which way this comes from? This
Looks like some kind of video or something.
I'll put it in the computer, see if it blows up.
It comes to my office every year, but it's always addressed to Carrie. It's been going on for 10 years probably.
Okay, it's 5 o'clock. I would like to call this January 10th, 2023 Planning Commission meeting to order. I ask you to turn off your phones or any other devices so you won't disrupt the meeting. Anyone wishing to speak to the board or have any questions, please come to the microphone and state your name and address for the record. The first thing on the agenda is election of officers. I will now turn it over to Director Sheila.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. Yes, I will open the floor at this time for nominations for president for 2023 of the Planning Commission.
I nominate Mike Besser.
Second.
Any other nominations? Do we have a motion to close nominations, please? Is there a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor of Mr. Besser for president signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All yours, sir.
Thank you, sir. Next up for election is vice president. I'll now open up for nominations.
I nominate Misha Jefferson, please.
Second.
I move that we close nominations.
Do I have a second on that?
I seconded and she
I'm sorry.
motioned.
Very good. I declare nomination closed. All in favor of Misha Jefferson being vice president, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Congratulations. Next on the agenda
No, we
is
need a secretary, Mr. President.
secretary vote.
Yes. For the Planning Commission.
Open up nominations for secretary, please.
I nominate Greg Sheila for secretary.
Second.
Motion to approve
Second.
or close, I guess.
Yep, both. Second.
Hearing the motion, nominations are now closed. All in favor of Director Sheila being the secretary, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Director Sheila, congratulations. Cool. That was my favorite pen.
I think we need a new president.
That bad boy took off, huh?
Sure did.
That's the track. We'll back up. First thing on the agenda, approval of minutes.
Second.
Any questions, comments, or concerns about the December 13 minutes? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of approval of minutes, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The minutes are approved. Director Sheila.
Yeah, Mr. President, we do have two continuances on tonight's agenda. Item number 6 and item number 7, case P20, P22. It is the primary and final plat for the Hotel Convention Center. And also item number 7, case P20A22. It is the development plan approval for the Hotel Convention Center. We got an email today that they did want to continue this with the holidays and everything going on. They couldn't get everything done in time, so they're going to continue that until the February meeting, So our first case tonight will be case P15, P22, petition of Candace Hodge, Linda Candy LLC, requested approval of primary and final plat. This is at the corner of Zartman and Dixon Roads.
Second. Someone to represent this case?
I didn't need that.
We're just having all kinds of problems.
You're next, Greg.
Must be a new year.
Wyatt Johnson, 555 Marker Road, Tipton. This lot, if you'll notice, there's an easement at the northeast or the top right corner and the bottom left, the southwest corner. The next case is a lot that surrounds this lot, and those easements are for access so that there's only one road cut for both parcels. Other than that, pretty simple. Everything was approved in the technical review meeting, and I think everything's in order. I'd be glad to answer any questions if there are any.
Any questions from the board? All good for plat?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Any questions from the audience? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of case P15P22, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The motion is approved.
Next case, Mr. President, is case P16P22. This petition of Gavin Cox, Loctite Storage LLC, request approval of primary and final plat. This is at 2718 West Sartman Road.
Move for approval.
Second.
For the record, Wyatt Johnson, 555 Market Road. This is a two-lot subdivision, and it does surround the previous case. They're both minor subdivisions because there's no utility extensions required. So again, everything was approved in plat committee, and if you got any questions, I'd be glad to try to answer them.
You said, where was the entrance to this lot at?
The
Can we look at that?
The curb cut's gonna be on the corner lot, correct?
Yes.
Curb cut's gonna be on the corner lot,
It's going to be kind of between, on the common lot line.
okay?
So these are the two lots here. This is the first case. So that one entrance will be here, this easement, the other entrance up here. This is.
Yes. Thank you. Can we see it too? Can you show us too?
We'll pass it down. Thank you.
Those connect to the existing approaches that are there, right?
If you say so. I don't know.
Okay.
Seth and Elaine did most of the work on it, so. That, that one is kind of big, so I imagine that's why it's big.
Any other questions from the board while we're looking at that? Any questions from the audience on this case?
There's an existing approach here, existing approach here. I'm not giving them new driveways, so they have to run through there.
Everything good from plat done?
Yes.
Can we get the drainage board approval? No.
This is what's already there, like storing things. This is what's already there, storing things.
This is the storage units here, or they will propose those. I don't know what this is gonna be used for,
Okay.
but the existing drive approaches are off of these lots.
Dixon and Sarman.
So I wouldn't let them put a new one out here and a new one there, so they're using those existing approaches.
This is the first case. This is the second.
This was the first case.
First case.
And then the next case.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What was
No,
that?
that was next case, I'm sorry, I was looking at.
Okay.
Okay. It's got the note on there for the utilities, so that's really the biggest thing that I asked for, so.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Any questions from the board? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of case P16P22, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The motion is approved. Rick.
The next case tonight, Mr. President, is case P15A22, petition of Amanda Carr, Boulevard Holdings LLC, requesting development plan approval for Harbor Crossing. This is at 2501 East Boulevard.
Move for approval.
Second.
Wyatt Johnson, 555 Market Road. This is about a 2-acre parcel at the southeast corner of Goyer and Boulevard. The proposal is to build a 6,250 square foot convenience store and have gas pumps. There'd be 5 islands with 2 dispensers each with a canopy, a drive-through on the back side of the building, the south side. You have elevations of a building that they have built. They have not hired an architect to design this building yet, so we don't have any elevations of this particular building. But that's a representation of what it would look like. On that is also a monument sign that is a representation of what the monument sign would look like. Drainage, there's a joint, I guess, city sewer and regulated drain. So we had to meet the requirements of the Drainage Board, which are more strict than the city requirements for stormwater storage. And there's more storage than even the Drainage Board would require. There's 3 drainage basins, which are all dry, 3 small ones and 1 larger one that sits over the regulated drain, which would be reconstructed at about 270 feet of the regulated drain will be reconstructed for this project, and there would be no expense to the drain fund for that reconstruction. It would all be borne by the developer. This property was rezoned on December 8th, 2020 to C2, and the evidence at that hearing was that it would be used as a or the proposed use at that time was a convenience store and gas station. The council rezoned it in one hearing 6 days after that meeting. Just last month, there was a special exception, or sorry, a variance use request, which was approved by the Board of Zoning Appeals, to have all the parking in the front yard. And since that was approved, we do show all the parking in the front yard. And along with the plat committee review, which denoted no deficiencies or no substandard issues into the development standards, I'd ask for approval of the case, and if you have any questions, I'd be glad to try to answer them.
Any questions from the board? Everything good from plat, John?
Yes, I got the resolution from the Drainage Board. It's been recorded, so everything's good from that standpoint, so.
Any questions from the audience?
Wayne Albright, I live at 2705 East Boulevard, which would just be down the road a couple hundred yards from the corner. My concern, and I've noticed it yesterday, you know, with the 4-lane there now on Boulevard, it's pretty busy. My concern is really more of a question that has been taken into consideration, that there's several children and people that live in apartments just there on Goyer. And I'm concerned, is there going to be a way for them to get over there if they're I don't know if there's food going to be served in there. That road is pretty busy. Go out there when Chrysler gets off or starts, it's not 45. I don't even know if 45 is what's marked, but it's pretty speedy to go across the 4-lane road. So that's really my concern more than anything. I'm not opposed to the development. I'm really just more concerned, maybe when you get a little bit older, you get more concerned with other people than just yourself. So I'm concerned about children and even older people who maybe need to go over there. So my niece jokes I won't have to go as far to get my smokes now because I'll just walk down that side of the road, but I don't smoke. And thank you for hearing me.
You're welcome, sir.
Do you know if they're moving forward with a crosswalk? I'm asking Wyatt.
Sorry, ask me again, please.
Do you know if they're moving forward with that crosswalk?
I don't know, I think that'd be up to the city, so maybe that's a John question.
Yeah, we've got a project for Goyer Road that will kind of take that into account. So we could adjust the signal timing, things of that nature to help that out. We'd have a chance to work that out. Plus, we'd be putting a sidewalk along Goyer Road, which would actually make that connection, so.
Along Goyer and Boulevard.
Well,
I mean, on our
primarily on Goyer to get sidewalks up from Boulevard up to Markland, so it'll make it. That's the plan right now. It's scheduled for 2025, so it's not something that's imminent, but.
When I was out there, the traffic is heavy, but there is a gap created by the stoplights at Goyer and Boulevard.
Right.
there's a gap in the line of cars created by the stoplight at Goyer and Boulevard. Of course, that doesn't do anything for the cars coming east, but when I've been out there, there was a lot more going east than coming from the east.
Any other questions from the audience? Any questions from the board before I call for a vote? All in favor of case P 15A22, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The motion is approved. Hey, congratulations, Wyatt.
No, I have no other business tonight, Mr. President.
Next on the agenda is approval of claims.
I move to approve claims in the amount of $23,671.74.
Second.
Any questions, comments, or concerns on the claims? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote for approval of claims. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Claims are approved. Volunteer for the Howard County Planning Commission meeting on the 17th.
I'll go.
Who's going?
Misha.
Misha, we have two cases, they're all inclusive. It may get continued, I will let you know if it does.
Okay.
Okay?
Move to adjourn.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. You want to stay?